everyone. It is me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about having a wit stretch. And you're thinking, how can someone stretch your wit? Well, it's done when a healer or a mind healer or someone who has the rank of healer, you know, asks you asking things about things, or says, can you put these blocks together, or can you draw this shit? And then from what the answers they get, they then go and give you a ranking. Like, your wit's this high, or your wit's this low, you know. And if you want to get help on some things, then you have to meet a standard as far as wit goes. And don't ask me how all this works, because it's mostly, shit. It's mostly the same kind of shit that you go through. No need who the healer is or the mind healer is. The following asking things always seem to be the same. Ew. Shit. Can you put these blocks together? Yes, I can put these blocks together. Why don't you ask me something that's more of a dare? There, I put the blocks together. Great. What is the unlikeness between a Gavr Folkreich and a Kingdom Folkreich? Well, in a Gavr Folkreich and most Gavr Folkreichs, the Foresetter is the head of Reich and head of Lawmote, head of the leadership arm. In a Kingdom Folkreich, how they are unlike is that sometimes it's a king who is the head of Reich, but the first Wicker is the head of Lawmote, head of the leadership arm. And the way that they are kind of like is that the folks are still chosen. Like the Foresetter and the Under Foresetter are chosen by the folks to run the Lawmote in their behalf. The elders and the folks of the Winnemote are chosen to make laws in their behalf. And the first Wicker is chosen by the Winnemote, the lawmaking arm, in the behalf of the folks who chose the folks or the lords or the folks or whatever in their behalf to make laws in their behalf. Well, that's great. Why do you folks always ask the same kind of asking things? Like you think I don't know the unlikeness between a Gavr Folkreich and a Kingdom Folkreich, or how to put blocks together. I never understand that. Oh, because that's the way, because we deal with all kinds of folks out there as far as their wit is, and for some folks they might not be good at doing things like that. Oh, is that right? So me showing you that I can put blocks together or know how a Kingdom Folkreich and a Gavr Folkreich are the same and unlike at the same time. So I guess, yeah, you got something else? Yes, I'm going to ask you something. Why is this going to take a long time? I don't know, it's just a guess of how long it would take. And then they tell you this shit will take a long time. And you're thinking, how long? Why would it take a long time? Are they going to fuck around or something? No, you go in the room, they ask you a bunch of shit, like, can you draw this likeness? Or can you put this shit together? Or can you tell me the unlikeness between this or that? And why would you think that would take a long time? I get it. They're getting gelded for their time and their work. So they want to get the most time out of it. Or whatever. I don't know. It's a guess. And I hope that the asking things that the mind healer asks me today, or the things he or she asks me to do, aren't the same dumb things I was asked 22 or 23 years ago. Oh, put these blocks together. Oh, do you know the unlikeness between a Gavr Folkreich and a Kingdom Folkreich and how they're the same and how they're unlike? Well, I hope they're a little more I hope they're going to shift those things up, because I'm going to be dealing with that same shit sometime today. That is going to be sad. But at the same time, I'll pass with Flying Castan because I can put blocks together. I do know how a Kingdom Folkreich and a Gavra Folkreich are the same and how they are unlike at the same time. You know, or whatever things that one asks you to do or to say when one is getting one's wit stretched by a mind healer or a shrink of some kind. Alright, give this film a like, share and playlist it, and I'll see you later.